Deep in the glowing forest of Luminara, where moonflowers shimmered and fairies danced on petals, lived a tiny firefly named Lumo. Unlike other fireflies, Lumo had a soft, flickering glow, barely brighter than a candle flame. He was quiet, shy, and stayed close to the mossy forest floor, while others zipped and twirled through the sky like sparks. Lumo wasn't jealous. He liked his quiet, but he had one secret. He could hear a melody no one else seemed to notice, a soft, ancient tune that echoed through the trees at night. No one taught it to him. It simply lived inside his heart. Sometimes, while hiding under a fern or resting on a mushroom, he would hum the melody gently. It made him feel warm, like he belonged to something older, something magical. He never told anyone. He didn't think it mattered. The night the forest dimmed. One night, as Lumo rested beneath a moonflower, something strange happened. The stars blinked out one by one. The moon vanished behind a creeping mist. The forest lights began to fade. The glowing mushrooms, the crystal vines, even the fairy lanterns. The air grew still. The frogs stopped singing. The breeze held its breath. "The silence mist," cried a fairy elder. "It's stealing our magic." "The lights are dying," squeaked the mouse choir, their voices thin. The queen of fairies, Miraloon, tried to light the great sky lantern, but it sputtered and went dark. Even the bravest creatures of the forest were frightened, all except a tiny light under the fern. Lumo watched with wide eyes. He felt small, useless, but as the silence grew, he noticed something. The song in his heart, it was still there, soft but alive. Following the melody, Lumo fluttered through the mist, his faint light barely cutting through the gloom. He followed the music in his chest, deeper into the forest than he'd ever gone. Creatures whispered warnings, "Don't go further, it's too dark." But the melody pulled him forward. At last, he reached the Tree of Whispers, the oldest tree in Luminara, covered in glowing runes and ancient vines. As he landed gently on its roots, the tree stirred. "You've come," it said, in a voice like rustling leaves, the one with the song inside. "Me?" Lumo blinked. "I'm not special. My light is too small." "The song you carry is the first light melody," the tree said. "It was lost long ago. Only that song can break the silence mist." "But I don't even know how to sing it properly," Lumo whispered. "You already do. Sing not with fear, but with belief." A song in the mist. Lumo closed his eyes and hummed. At first, the sound was barely a whisper. Then it grew, gentle and glowing. The ancient runes on the tree lit up softly. The ground beneath Lumo shimmered. The melody rose in his heart, wrapping around his wings and lifting him into the air. As he climbed through the thick mist, voices of doubt surrounded him. "You're too small. You're too quiet. You can't change anything." But the song inside him didn't waver. He sang of stars returning, of peace in silence, of light in darkness. His glow grew brighter, golden and steady, like dawn breaking through clouds. And then it happened. The mist cracked. The light returns back in the forest. Animals and fairies looked up. "Is that a firefly?" asked a young fox. "But he's shining brighter than the moon," cried a fairy. Queen Miraloon gasped. "That song, it's restoring the forest." One by one, lights returned. The mushrooms glowed again. Fairy lanterns flickered back to life, and petals opened under moonlight. The silence mist hissed and faded, unable to bear the melody of truth. Lumo, still humming, soared higher. The stars came back. Magic returned, all because one little firefly sang a forgotten song. A new legend, Lumo floated gently back down, tired but glowing brighter than ever. The Queen of Fairies landed beside him. "You saved us," she said, "with your voice." "I didn't think anyone would ever hear me," Lumo said softly. "Sometimes the quietest voices carry the strongest truths," she smiled. From that night on, Lumo became the light keeper of Luminara. Every evening, creatures gathered to hear his gentle song, not because it was loud, but because it reminded them of hope and of courage. He was no longer just a flicker in the dark. He was the firefly who saved the stars. Moral: even the smallest voice can bring light. Never doubt the quiet magic inside you.